Hi everyone, Happy New Year, and welcome to my review for Once Upon a Jester, a comedic, juvenile and original adventure with quirky characters and an uplifting story about redemption and passion for the things you love doing. Sit back, relax, and let me tell you why Once Upon a Jester should be on your radar if you enjoy humorous tales with lots of silliness and colourful characters.
A festival so beautiful, I'm here to tell you about it. So let's take a dive. The Royal Theatrical Spectacle. It's the best of all the festivals, where everyone loves acting and people appreciate a good song. You two should perform at my festival. It's the best first you need to become a famous theater show every day.
And that means you need at least 15 flower bouquets in every area.
Ooh, princess! What a joy! What a joy!
But
Oh, you're right, Book. Princess, can anyone perform at your festival?
No, it's a contest between theater acts. And only the first act that earns 15 flower bouquets in 3 different towns will get to perform at the Royal Palace during my festival.
A theater contest to perform at a festival at the Royal Palace? You know what's hidden away in the Royal Palace, don't you?
the Royal Diamond! The most valuable gem hidden away in the impenetrable Royal Palace! So sparkly, so valuable! Oh, the money! The things I could do with it! The love I can buy!
Listen up. We're going to start a theater show, and we're gonna be the first who get 15 flower bouquets in 3 different towns. Only so we can get invited to the Royal Palace and steal that royal diamond. Royally. Jester? Brilliant. We can start tonight. We need a promotional poster and, I'll work on some sort of dragon costume. You mad, crazy son of a witch. Love it. I'll head into town to find out more about tonight's audience. I'll see what kind of genre they'll like. Drama, romance, spooky, action, or music. And then I'll make a poster. Alright, Jester. Let me know when you're finished and ready to start the show.
To put on a good show, they will first need to investigate what the audience wants in a play, and by mingling with the townsfolk, little thought bubbles show what genre the audience would like to see, whether that be romance, drama, fighting, music or horror. Once you've formulated the theme of the play, a poster must be made to entice the audience along to your performance. This basically involves placing stickers on a board. Stickers are awarded throughout the adventure, either from talking to characters or performing on stage, and then these can be used in future posters. There is a choice of 3 plays to perform, and during the performance you will get the option to steer the play in a certain direction by choosing symbols relating to drama, fighting, music, horror or romance. If it is a topic that the audience likes, they get excited, but if it is a topic they hate, they start to boo and jeer. During the play there are often interactive sections, much like QuickTime events but easier, where you have to stop a swinging pointer within the coloured section of the arc. This determines whether your action was successful or not, like balancing objects on your head, playing musical instruments or defeating enemies, and it has an effect on audience enjoyment. At the end of the play you are awarded up to 5 bouquets depending on how satisfied the crowd was, needing 15 bouquets to move on to the next town. There are 3 towns in total. Overall it took me roughly 4 hours to complete the game. When mingling with the townsfolk, it's not always clear what the thought bubbles are trying to depict. Some symbols are obvious, like hearts representing romance, but then there are others that left me wondering what they represented. The number of poster stickers you can use is up to you, but it takes a while to build your sticker inventory up, and you only start to get a generous amount towards the end of the game. This means posters look a bit basic and very similar most of the time. I'm not quite sure what relevance the poster had at all. It didn't seem to affect the number of attendees, the choices you received in performance, or the number of bouquets received. The poster could have been much more fun to make, with better design and more things to do, but in the end all I did was slap on up to 10 stickers and I was only able to change their size or rotate them. It ended up in a very basic poster that looked a bit rubbish, and I don't see the point of going through the game again once you have more stickers. Performances are fun to begin with, but after a while you will start to see the same events occurring, but just slightly different.
Now how am I to overcome my troubles? I look around and I see,
Third shoe?
spooky thorns all around me. And behind it there is a musical road. And in the distance, I can clearly see a town called Almere. I bet you stole that third shoe. Serves you right that you lost it. The things I would do if I had a third shoe. I heard you told everyone around town you earned that third shoe. But I know you're just a shoe thief. It's true, I was. But now I want to better myself. You cannot change. The past will always catch up with you. I will show you that I can be reborn. As a phoenix! A phoenix? A phoenix will be able to fly in the air. Make sure you don't fly too close to the sun, Jester.
Alright, this is epic.
Are you okay? Yeah, thanks.
There are only 3 plays to perform, and it is only the options that send the story down different routes.
You're a thief.
The 5 options are not always available either. Sometimes you will only have to choose between romance and horror, for example, and these topics may not have been the audience's favourites, so it can become frustrating. I was trying to ascertain if there was a way of changing things, but it wasn't obvious. Although it does become repetitive, it is still very entertaining, with some very funny and bizarre antics being performed. Costumes and props are laughably bad, and I love the reactions from the crowd as they either gasped in shock or cheered when something exciting happened. I did actually get quite nervous before a performance, so there's definitely felt like there was some jeopardy involved, with the audience marking you at the end, but I suspect that it doesn't really matter. It's not that difficult to perform the tricks or learn what the audience wants, so the story progresses quite easily. The highlight of the game has to be the characters. They provided most of the entertainment throughout the adventure. I absolutely fell in love with the singing ice cream children. They were hilarious. There were so many outstanding moments in the game due to the witty dialogue and bizarre characters, and the voice acting was so over the top it was genius. Slapstick in places, weird in others. There genuinely wasn't a dull moment when exploring the various towns and talking to the townsfolk. The story was surprisingly meaningful too. There were lots of moments of self-reflection and various subplots sprouting up between characters. It was very enjoyable, and you never knew when a character was going to burst into song, as story plots were often advanced with a good old sing-song. I love the art design. There was so much colour and personality injected into proceedings. It was fabulous, darling, as they would say in the theatre. Once Upon a Jester is very original in its concept, and although the mechanics get a little tired towards the end, it was an inspirational and often very amusing adventure based around the theatre. The characters are delightfully bizarre, with some very unusual personas like talking ice creams, pesto monsters, and friendly wendigos. The whole experience is about as wacky as it gets, yet there's still enough room to fit in a decent story, and it looks and sounds great. If you're after something different, this amusing tale could be right up your street. The game is worth playing just to see all the hyperbole and crazy antics. It's about as close as you'll get to going to the theatre from sitting in your chair. Okay, that's all for my review for Once Upon a Jester. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments section what you think. I'll be back soon with another review, so click the notification bell to be informed. Thanks, and see you soon.
What did you say, Jester? There's a curse or something. Okay.